Hi everyone. I wanted to put out a video with a couple of ideas for when you start writing your first draft. Now, this is a very, very small piece of the pie. What I definitely recommend that you do is you go to the first draft module and you check out the rubric video that I put out. There's two rubric videos that I put out reviewing the rubric that I used to grade the first and final draft. These are really important. There's also a document in the first draft module that goes over general expectations for the paper, and of course the rubric is there. So I recommend that you pull those things up or open those things while you watch those two videos, and I walk you through what I'll be expecting or looking for in the first and final drafts in terms of writing content, APA formatting, and all those types of things. So one thing that I definitely recommend, and I think I say this in the rubric video as well, when you go to start writing your first draft, please use your outline, and please use the feedback that I gave you on your outline and note cards. So please read that feedback, incorporate it, and start to work on your paper. A lot of times, sometimes I see students write a great outline and then they kind of go rogue on it when they go write their first draft, which sometimes, most of the time, doesn't work out too well for them. So please definitely do that. The second thing that I wanted to go over today, and again, this is definitely watch those rubric videos and those other things. This is just a resource that I wanted to go over that I've never actually used before. So this is a new thing, and I invite you guys to give me feedback on it. Feel free to drop me an email if it's a yay or a nay type deal. But I definitely want to make you guys aware of it if you weren't aware of it already. So I have a screen pulled up here, and I'm going to go through a few different tabs. Fort Hayes has subscribed to a virtual online tutoring service, and it seems like it's really good. So I invite you guys to try it, especially if I commented on your outline, or you're worried about kind of your own content development or grammar or things like that. Your paper is reviewed by real people, all with, they say, all with masters or PhDs, and they give you some pretty awesome feedback, it seems like. So let's go through it a bit. What you have to do in order to get your paper reviewed is pretty simple. You want to log into your Tiger Tracks. Okay, so this is my Tiger Tracks. And you want to go to Online Services tab. So if you're on the Home tab here, you want to jump over to Online Services over here. That's great. Go down here to Smart Thinking. It's called Smart Thinking. You click on this, and unfortunately, I can't go any further than this because I'm not enrolled in at least 2 virtual hours with Fort Hayes this semester. But I would assume that this walks you through how to submit and access submitting your paper to them. Please let me know of any kinks or difficulties that you have with this right here, because obviously I can't see it, so I can't show you, but hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory. So that's how you access it. Again, Tiger Tracks, go to your online services, go down to Smart Thinking under the Academics tab, and you should be able to submit it through here. Let me show you though a little bit on what it looks like. This is their site. This is kind of boring here. This is kind of their ad that they have for it. I read through this. It's pretty awesome. So writing review services include the following options: paper, paragraph, standard or long essay review, grammar and documentation review, resume and cover letter review. Probably don't need to use that right now, but these two things seem very relevant to our course. So let's go over to this. This is an example. This is an example of feedback that they give to you. So they give you some strengths. They seem to try to make it really personalized and introduce who your reviewer was and all that. You can, I believe you can make requests for what you want them to focus on. So Polly requested that the review focus on content development. So they give a bunch of ideas and pointers about content development here. They also talk about introduction and conclusion there. Polly also requested that the reviewer respond to sentence structure, so giving some giving some pretty bare bones type sentence advice here. So we might be talking about, fragment sentences, which they do right here, or just kind of confusing a subject and a verb, things like that. And then it looks like there's a summary of the review and some next steps. So hopefully this is actually what they give you, and they give you a copy of the paper with maybe some ideas too. So if you submit your paper through here, I hope you do find it helpful. If it's not helpful or if it's confusing, please shoot me an email and just say, nope, Josh, that was not a good idea. It wasn't very helpful. Or if you get feedback from them that you think contradicts what I'm trying to have you do, feel free to shoot me an email as well. I'm not guaranteeing that these people are experts in APA writing and all those sorts of things. Hopefully they're cognizant of that and they're empathetic towards that, but I don't know. So I guess in summary, I think this could be a very, very awesome tool for different things. I think you have to use it somewhat cautiously. And then feel free to shoot me any thoughts or questions that you get from it. I think that is all that I want to go over. I showed you how to enroll in it, showed you some kind of pointers about it. And definitely feel free if you email me if you have any thoughts or questions. One more thing, just in review, I guess. We have some quizzes and material really focusing on APA format and APA writing over the next module here. Then we break into the first draft. So I definitely recommend that you start looking ahead and reviewing your outline, maybe even start building your first draft a bit, writing it a bit during this module. That would be pretty wise, I think. But please jump ahead to the module with the first draft if you're curious about the paper in terms of expectations for the paper. Watch those rubric videos, look at the paper expectations document. There's some other documents in there too that I think can be helpful. There's examples of the paper, so there are numerous examples of good papers that I've received from students in the past. Very strong papers actually. So I'll give you some examples there. So. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you're all doing well. And as always, I'm here for any questions or thoughts that you have.